Yeah, again, it's a real surprise. I expected this first map to really be Ascent, or maybe something towards Bind or Haven. These teams do tend to like to play that, but again, changing up what they're doing, I like to see this, and I think that's a big part for DXG. They changed Frostly to that coach, and I think this is going to add a lot of strategic diversity to them. But we do see Global Esports kind of spreading out early on here, looking to try and punish early on as a group as they're looking towards this mid, and there are two players waiting. Good smoke goes down, nothing coming through at least yet.
No progression, but GE feeling lucky, and they are going to push for that A, but they are going to be met with a lot of aggression right now, as it seems like they are also going to be flanked around as well as Rambutan potentially going for that flank, but it's already a 3v3. There has been enough trades, but out of the smoke will be able to find them, but the spike will be planted after all, which is nice. And being held down on site will now crawl up to Nest lightning fast, and Global Esports looking like they could potentially lock this down in a 2v2.
Yeah, this is their big opportunity. They have to deal with that retake, and playing these long angles with that Ghost can be so strong in these pistol rounds. Rambutan peeking out, likely going to try and bait on that spike there to try and bring some players out, but you see the third shots come through. It doesn't land anything. The paranoia to no avail right now. Lightning fast looking for this opportunity.
Oh!
Headshot does get it. Takes down the captain for this DXG side. Just needs to stop that very last omen, and Lightning fast plays good time, finds the frag, and Global Esports pick up this cool.
They're already getting ready to A, and they probably are already giving that information away. We'll see if the duel will take him. SK will get taken down by Yes I Can, which is nice, but the trade will be coming in for them from Lightning Fast, but now super low in health, no way to heal. But Hughes frag and try to get a little bit of information. Might be super aggressive here, we'll see. At the moment though, Global Esports not looking to get anything too much, just since that a flash does get tagged. And now they have information that they're hanging out in mid, like a bunch of goons. Throws a shock dart out just to see if they can get a little bit of that tag damage. Doesn't seem to get anybody. Push through though. That is a free gun now for skills, so they are kind of in the game. They have full armor and everything.
It's just so important for setting up on some of those executes. You see the arrow go towards mid. They need to make sure that those pushes aren't coming and helping the aggression to come out from this Reina of Rambutan, who was pushing so aggressively. This captain for the team wants to find those frags, but only gets a little bit of damage on himself and back towards the enemy jet.
Let's get a little information for their trouble, though. And they still keep their gun. Not for long, though, but they managed to get the trade. That being said, those shots through the smoke, and still not really finding an opening here. Global Esports still trying to get the push. They are a very patient team, but patience will only get you so far if you're only getting the trades, and you don't want to be on the trading side. Well, actually, the trades haven't been really all that rewarding, and Hughes has been locking it down here. Mid has not been a very rewarding place for a lot of attackers, I feel.
Yeah, we've been seeing Global Esports have a lot of success when they commit towards one of these sites more solidly, and I want to see that from them a little bit more. Problem is when they tried to commit a little bit towards that B site, at least on this round, did shut them down and really stop them from making that push effectively. Now they're just on the hunt. As we can see, well, obviously we can see where this final omen is, but Global Esports likely not picking up this round. He's right behind. He's just playing for it. I think he bumped right. Oh, gives it away, takes them down. There's only 14 seconds left on the clock. Could look for a spike point here. There's no one on this site. He's just going to be able to get it.
And he has a 1v3. I mean, it's 36 health in a dream. You got a Phantom. It's at least something for your troubles.
Yeah, oh! Turns away, however. That was an easy try and make that defense. SK Rossi playing towards the back with that operator, wants to try and hold these long angles and deny anything, but that Hunter's Fury, it's buying so much time for Global Esports here. They take down another. Fog is the one to find that frag, and Global Esports are down to 3 members. This push is maybe going to be a little bit more difficult than they thought. The spike is out in the open, and they lose yet another. Fog takes down Rossi, and this is a disaster around here. Does find that kill, but gets through, and unfortunately it looks like this attack might just have been broken. It's down to 2, and the aggression from Fog here, just right-clicking their way on. Some good utility to try and deny that. It can be very impactful, but that's a good bit of information. Means that Fog can't push up here. Skilled, looking to try and get the flank, doesn't get hit, and instead takes down Fog to dismiss. Gives so much info there. They're just going to push back on out, and yes, I can. No, he can't. Skills finds that frag and is now looking towards that A site that Global Esports have had a lot of success on before. Poise is waiting on the side and looking for these frags. Doesn't even find one. Skills is on point right now.
Skills is on fire, and that's what you want to see from your Reyna. Just pure leadership, just taking the charge, just the alpha wolf that they can be. And looking in a pretty good position to take any of the defenders. And, oh, however, Kuhn does manage to find it. It's now a 2v3, but time is against them.
He is looking for the opportunity to move on in here, but as you said, that spike being down makes things a little bit difficult here. Rambutan trying to move out, uses the Leer to try and push forward here. They want to move in as a team, but they're just expecting players to be waiting in these smokes. We can see Global Esports playing more sensibly, playing for the time, not playing in this utility that would be so easy. Move into some of these positions, but get smoked off himself. Knows he can start to move on in here, but, well, Rambutan just does not expect Rossi to be quite so close up. And Global Esports get that plant down, and this round is very much in their hands.
Are they safe again? Potentially. I mean, the op is already very expensive as it is. Oh! But Fog says otherwise. We'll try to maybe go for the halfway. The knives, they're out and about, and they are ready to spring on anybody. Gets blinded, and Rossi will be able to at least get one, but gets traded out, and they will try to defuse, but it's not. When they don't get any information, it could very well be that they debated. But that being said, Sova, yes I can, is being very patient holding down this site, but they could be just easily debated. They're still focused on mid.
Yeah, they're expecting the push to come through mid. That's where they last spotted them, but we can obviously see that Rossi now on site looking for that spike plant. Gonna plant down here. No! Wonder where they're going to commit to. Will their sound cue give them away? There it comes. Yes, I can. Knows where they are, but not exactly. There it comes. That smoke gives away their position. Knows they've likely snuck into the main building. We can see players starting to move around. That DXG are looking to try and commit onto that position. You can see Yes I Can getting ready to try and peek this angle. Rossi, however, as they try to take down Yes I Can, Kun was just watching. Boys is looking for this opportunity, gives away some of their position as well. With that, Quantum Thief wants to make things happen, drops onto the defuse. They're going to try and deny it with the arrow there.
Halfway.
He is just waiting. Watch out for this push. They are pushing in behind, but they find the frag. Kuhn on 2 HP. Yeah, good frags coming through from DXG, but Global Esports are no slouch either. They continue to try and find these frags. Shots come through. Rossi finds that one, but Hoyes and Kuhn are holding the angle strong. It's 1 versus 2, but Kuhn just shut. Global Esports starting to move on in. Fog wants to push in through his smoke, and it's just waiting in it right now. No spray going to that smoke yet. The dart will give away some information. Skills wants to get in position. Gets that spray down.
Denies the plan.
Despite from going down. Rambutan gets 1 frag back, but Global Esports have forced them down to 1. Fog, that only remaining player in DXG, caught in a difficult position right now. Fog wants to make that play on forward, but you can see that as soon as he pushes on through, he just doesn't have the right weaponry to make these aggressive plays. They're just playing him at long range, not allowing them an opportunity to move on in here. Has the spike, has that Vandal now, just needs to find 2 clean headshots. That's all they need, the Leer, to try and cover this information, but Fog continues to move around. The Recon Bolt gives away their position. And this is going to be so difficult here. Yeah, 10 seconds, and the time is just ticking down. As much as you may know there's a player there, you just don't have the time to even
wait.
He needs to find the shot, and they just push on in 3. It's great to see Lightning Fast popping off here, as he has been so solid so far on the squad, because he is a new player to the roster, replacing Blackhawk, and he seems like he is a good replacement. But unfortunately, the rest of DXT have burst on through, and now they have rifles. They have the spike down, but it's 1 versus 1 and only 11 HP for that remaining player.
Lightning Fast has done the damage already. A 3K, Rossi can potentially clean this up. This is, I believe, currently their top record. It's been going back and forth. It's been a real juggle of titles over at Global Esports. Here, Defuse is going to commit to at least the halfway because they have the smoke. Use only living on prayer. They have the information. They'll lock it down.
Only 1 remaining, and this is going to be so difficult for Kappa right now. Wants to make something happen so desperately, but that push means that they can get 1 frag. The spike is down. It's 1 versus 2 on the retake here. They have a lot of utility to work with, especially his recon bolt, but it gets destroyed before they even get any information out of it.
Big problem too is that they're in kitchen and tube, and that makes it really difficult. They know exactly where they're coming from, but 1 more frag remaining. but they need to start getting closer to that spike. They can't play the distance game right now, even though it's a really big map. And now you see our friend Sova on DXG. It's hunkered down the map. Yes, I can. Will play enough. Nicely done. Doesn't play risky at all. Frags. The Bulldog is a very underappreciated weapon, I feel, and this could be very cool. They know they're coming from rafters now. We'll see if they can find anything. Raboom is able to find Kappa. A couple of headshots coming in from Goon, but Skills able to lock it down right here, and they are already looking strong. Skills doesn't even need the Emperor's, like, in Emperor's form, it's going to lock it down, get to the halfway. It is now a 1v3 situation, and they're still committing to the site. The smoke will secure it, and they just don't get anything out of it, and they lose the ultimate as well. Better to save and then fight for overtime, but we're not in that world anymore, Rook, so we're going to get into this, and we're going to talk about this game right here, right now, and playing in mid. Again, it hasn't really worked out, but I guess sticking as a group and going to A is, I guess, their best bet. Just hugging the walls as best as they can, but here we go. Again, going to be facing Yes I Can with leading in, getting at least a frag, so that is definitely the player advantage for them. We'll see if they're able to lock down the site and get the plant. Montage's able to find one. Could this be the comeback for DXG? This is player advantage still.
Yeah, Bucky in hand for Fog here. Does get tagged up a little bit, but is pushing aggressively.
Oh!
You love to see it. Wants to get it, but Rossi
What was
takes
that
it out of the
ankle?
sky. Pull. He shouts. Rossi back in that spawn. They're looking for the opportunity to push on in here. One player with that operator can be sometimes difficult to make that play. That's why they're moving on over towards these rifles. Has the Spectre in hand, wants to make that play. Sprays them down. Yes, I can. And Kuhn taken off the board. Not a lot of time, but they're out in the open. Rambutan uses the dismiss.
That's
Wants to catch
it.
him off guard. There comes the spray. Rossi finishes it out for the Global Esports squad. They pick up Icebox map 1 here in, well, pretty spectacular fashion.
Spectacular fashion, but a close one. That was a real nail-biter, I would say. But Global gets it.
On this site, but Global Esports do have the backup of Skills. Obviously, on this A site, who frags on out.
Oh.
It's only Yes I Can left, and he's just going to be able to sneak onto this site.
Well, I mean, they do have information, though. Looks like Lightning Fast is aware. And they will be able to get them. Okay.
Yeah, 1 HP. It's just so easy to take him down. And Yes I Can, knowing they can push aggressively. This post plant is obviously going to be difficult, though, because there's only 2 players left on that Global Esports side. And pushing sometimes into this frenzy can be a real problem.
And looking at the health total right now for both Kappa and Skills, they're tagged up pretty well. So it's not too far-fetched for, you know, potentially Yes I Can to clutch this out for their team, and it would be a massive pistol round at that to win.
It would. Yes I Can, trying to use that recon dart, wants to make things happen, gives away their position, however, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, the spray almost finds it! But Kappa closes it out, and Global Esports pick up that round in spite of what was a pretty disastrous situation with that spray coming out there.
I do have faith a little bit that they could clutch this out. They are going to start making their way, pushing through U-Haul. They did shoot the molly, so they are aware that somebody is there. They will at least get one, but the trade will come down, and now it is all come down to Kappa. Does get one, though, for their trouble, but now it's Crossfire. Potentially dead up, but no! They've set it up in the 1v1s. Kappa could potentially... They don't know it. They're in the coming. They haven't checked the coming. No! Goon gets them.
Be able to make something happen here.
Oh,
but
hello.
Global Esports. Oh, Rossi pushes through. Hellranger's on the flank alongside him. Kun does manage to shut down Rossi. So it is 4 versus 4. You can see Rambutan in that backside as well. They have control of the spike. Will he be able to make this frag? Does he get pincered here? We can see the Rambutan is starting to move on in position, given away, and that means he will start to back on off. Hellranger finds nothing, however, and that's DXG back in control of the spike and back in control of this round.
Not in control of any sites at the moment. They've just been kind of going back and forth. However, that being said, they are going as a pack, so they will be able to lock down the site and be able to plant. Nice smoke onto Heaven. And Lightning Fast. See if they can pull off the miracle. Gets at least one. Falls back in U-Haul. Very smart, especially when they're vulnerable at the moment. I don't know.
This angle. Getting flanked from multiple sides.
Just one frag away from getting the Empress.
Yeah, they pretty much have everything, but they don't have Rambutan, as we do see Rossi find that initial frag, that operator so strong in their hands. Love to see it holding those angles and love to see the aggression on some of these peaks. However, we do see again, DXG looking towards that B site, wanting to try and commit towards that and covering their backs as well with a lot of this utility. They're getting ready to push it on in. These two players waiting in the left-hand side here. It could be all too important. That smoke is going to deny at least a little bit here. DXG don't know whether they can push on through. They don't have the vision. That could be a big problem here. Paint shells coming on through, and they're looking for this execute.
Pushing in through, smokes come out. The ultimate does come out from the Killjoy, so they are pretty much good to go. The ultimate comes out from Fog. They are able to find them, but they're getting caught in the crossfire and stunned. Will be tagged down, but they still manage to get the spike planted, and yes, I can. We'll get a frag to even this out. Trades coming in. Coon nicely safed and tucked away in that corner. And now this is looking like a very clean win. And a buy round that may not be for naught on the side of Global Esports. But again, lightning fast. Coon closes out and they do manage to get Coon. Last one in Garden. I don't know if they know that they're there yet.
They certainly do now. That just gives his position away. Even if he finds the information, they're going to be able to sit on that spike, try and defuse it, try and bait it out. Yes, I can. Deals with Kappa. He comes off of it lightning fast, trying to bait that out.
No.
With no bullets left. Lower buy. And, well, if you lose a player against the lower buy, that's ever so worth it for them.
Especially Rossi with the all-expensive op now with 5,000 credits. Just waiting to be snatched. But DXG, again, playing the patient game. But Rossi just going up in showers in that spike.
Yeah, that's absolutely massive. Two fantastic frags. Push likely coming towards either them or onto that A site as a whole, but they have to be aware that likely Rossi is right behind them, and that is not where you want to be. Rossi gets finished off by Kun there. That means that that's a rifle in the hand, not just one. They're going to have the rest of these remaining members of DXG fully equipped, even that operator in tow right now. Kun trying to maybe bait something out, expecting some players to push, but, well, they themselves have set up expecting something here. They've got that nano swarm to really try and deal with it. Kun going to set up a smoke. They are smoked themselves. They move on out here. This is a surprise. Hellranger shuts down one skill. Information that they're not in that position, but as they lose a player, they do also get that spike down, which is obviously all important. DXG actually have these rifles on some very key members. Fog, big fragger in the last map. Didn't have such a massive amount of success so far, but Kappa's Hunter's Fury doesn't find all too much either. Global Esports, 2 players very low. They have a massive advantage in terms of players, though. All 5 still up. They're even going to take down Hoyes. Finally, Hellranger goes down, but Skills just looking for that angle. That's an easy frag onto Kun, and they are just going to bait out on that diffuser. There's just one opportunity left. You can see Yes I Can trying to find those shots.
Maybe just bait out some utility before they try to commit to his site. See if they can glean anything. Fog. I'm very worried every time they throw a blast back out there. I don't want them to lose that spike anytime, or that op anytime soon. Speaking of spike, the Boom is going to push out there. Even though they don't have a lot of information, they are going to pay for it. They're going to go down. Ultimate comes out. They still trade out, but here comes the ultimate from the Brimstone. Still able to get the ultimate out, but it is going to be denied and shoot it down. Still secure. Hellrangers gets one more, potentially the ace. The spike will be brought down.
Oh, what a concussion there. Hellranger in such a good position. A massive 4K from them here. Continues to put that pressure on. You can see they're out in the open. If you just push through a little bit more, that flashes back for a second helping, and unfortunately bites the bullet there. Fantastic play from the Rossi to be able to stick around and find these frags. The aggression from Global Esports is unerring. Hellranger comes around the corner, doesn't manage to find the frag. Yes, I can. Looking for this opportunity to peek, but knows they can't overextend here. And that drone getting taken out, backs on off. And that, honestly, Global Esports are happy with that one. They're still up a player.
And they have information too, so they know that this is going to be an A push. I actually would like to see DXG fall back and go over to B, but it seems like they feel like they're in the thick of the pudding now, so they want to just go ahead and at least get the plant going and get some kind of momentum. It is still 3v3, but they know exactly where you are. Global Esports has all the information in the world.
Yeah, absolutely they do. They keep on track. The boys takes down Skills here. Yes, I can. Really starting to put these numbers up and finds yet another frag.
This round.
It is.
Uh-oh.
They're getting flanked. That's the big play. Skills and Lightning Fire find 2, but get taken down themselves. Brilliant stuff here to be able to find these frags, but DXG come out on top. Kappa has to hold strong here. Doesn't know that Fog is right around the corner. This peak could be all-consuming for that player right now. Kappa just backs off, doesn't want to commit, and is actually reading the rotate here. Global Esports absolutely on top of it, but it's the Ringa Roses, and he is just completely run for a loop. And you see that he's just kind of like, oh, okay, I guess I gotta follow. It's that very final round, and it looks like DXG are gonna bring this to an even half. They have been so strong on this attack, and it's a problem as Kappa is just taken down. Just have good pistols, and it makes a world of difference. Rossi's position given away, but he's right on top of that nano swarm, just barely survived. Finds the frag. Global Esports move on into this site and execute with aplomb right now. 2 players left as Rambutan is also taken off the board. And DXG have been, well, torn apart in this pistol round.
Indeed. And will get traded out as well. Rossi just looking strong. And, you know, it's 1v3. I don't know if really Kuhn could do anything. However, Kuhn says, screw you. I'm actually just going to try to lock this down. Going to see if they can bait it. But this crossfire setup here from Global Esports looks very strong. And that clock is ticking. See what happens. They know exactly where they are, and shoot it down. Kappa, nice arrow. There we go.
Execute comes on through. A lot of those positions smoked off. They're trying to push on through. Dashes onto site. That gets covered. Rambutan cannot find that flank, and 4 quick frags. GE close out the round. Fog finds 1, but can do. Trying to make sure, see if we can get something out of that SMG round. Now they're going to be able to fall by up, and that should be their opportunity. Oh, some good arrows coming through here, but Fog just takes down Rossi as that push comes on in, and, well, DXG finding some good frags early actually forced Global Esports right back. Lightning fast. Finds that frag. Rambutan going down again, has not had a good game so far. It's been a bit of a problem for DXG, I feel, but in spite of it, they've still managed to keep up.
Nice fall back. They do have that information, but I don't think they're aware of the bath push, yes. Oh, well, that being said, looks like potentially Yes I Can is ready to take it on, and they will have the information going through. Kuhn does manage to find one. Yes I Can will be able to do it, and as a team effort, DXG will be able to lock it down. Not yet.
Still holding the angle, takes down Yes I Can. They've been so clutch for this squad, but they don't know where that last player is. They just run around, much like happened to them in that very last round. They are looking to do the same back. DXG expecting the double nano swarm, but he navigates through it. The spike is going down. Will the push come in time? Looking for it. He's going to have to ready the gun, but it's not ready enough. Hoyes shuts that one out, and DXG, even the scoreline's on up, as it is now.
It's in their mind, and right now, they are being rewarded for that aggression.
They are. Hunter's Fury coming on through, takes down Rambutan. That's a good frag early on from Kappa. Buys a little of information, baits the rotate out entirely. They have been absolutely bamboozled. Brilliant stuff here by Global Esports, and DXG a little bit too eager to make that rotate there, as now they've got a 4 versus 5 retake. If they'd found a couple of these frags as that execute came on in, that would have been massive, but they throw away their defensive advantage, and now they're the ones who have got the onus on them to attack.
That aggression comes in to punish you, but that being said, no fear onto the site as they push on through. Traded back Fuse. They will find 1, 2 actually. But will go down into the U-Haul, but now it is 3v2, and Global Esports locking the skills. Just going in the back and forth, and they don't have enough time to defuse. They will go ahead and wipe out everybody in Global Esports right back into the lead as soon as it was taken away.
They'll pick them off. The spike goes down, and again, DXG on this pushback on in at a significant disadvantage in terms of players. There's only 1 left now, and Global Esports starting to get a hold back, but no commit. Oh yeah, they push through the smoke so aggressively. Rossi is right in their face, takes them down.
Gosh.
Continues to push on through here. This is a big opportunity. Wants to find that flag. There is so much in the favor of Global Esports right now. They take a rifle round away from DXG in devastating fashion.
And they haven't even rotated over. They are just going to probably save here. Looking so strong right now for Global Esports to maybe close this out. They will maybe potentially steal a couple of guns, but at the moment, looking really good. Lightning fast. Maybe there will be a clutch and a crazy upturn, but we need to let the round unfold. So here we go. The plant will start coming out first.
Read it well. Skills gets that spike down. The Hunter's Fury does not force them off, and I don't think even finds any damage here. This is not the position you want to be in if you're DXG right now, trying to push on forward that cyber cage. It's going to be such a thorn in your side. Skills tries to teleport out, but unfortunately just gets easily taken off the board there by Kuhn. This is now 3 versus 3, but you can see the setup is here. Global Esports are very happy to play for later. That rocket comes on through. The dash is there. The rocket doesn't hit, but that surely is going to finish them off. The frags come through thick and fast. This is now an opportunity to look for this defuse. They're playing up close and personal. They want to try and deny. They need to stop the defuse. Come off of it. That is the clutch out there from Kappa. And they break DXG and move to match point now. This is a bye for DXG, but it might...
Super exciting off the bat. Can you believe this is the first series of the event and it's already this fire?
No, I mean, it's living up to his name, right? It's big plays coming out here from both sides. They're going to be able to get flanked here. They need to be careful. Rossi not respecting the fact that they're just behind, but that flash was so problematic for DXG here. They're down to 3 players. The spike is going down. They're even going to give it over to the Sova, just letting him do whatever he wants. Skills. He wants the frags. He's looking for it. And, well, Rossi does go down. Yes, I can. Waiting in elbow hits. It's a big opportunity.
Oh,
there comes the ultimate, however, and they are completely gummed up in this push. That's a good arrow, but what do you even do? Flash to high heavens, Fog. And Kuhn, however, get frags back. It's 2 versus 2. They might just be able to bring it back. That spray comes on through. Kuhn misses. But there's a player on site. You can see that they're trying to play towards that. That paint pellets does actually try and deny. They come off of the diffuser. Hellranger peeking out wide. The push comes on in. I love the movement, Fog, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. And Global Esports close out both games.